Okay, so I'm going to describe a scenario, and if this fits you, if you're guilty of this, I want you to promise me that you're going to drop in and comment and let me know that you're guilty of this. And of course, you can comment other stuff too, but I want to hear from you if this does fit your experience, because I think there's going to be some of you out there. So here's a scenario. You're working on something, maybe a school project or a type of report or some sort of content for your work, doing something important. You're on the computer and you're working for a little bit and then you hit a roadblock. Maybe you have a little bit of writer's block. Maybe you forgot where you put a certain document that you needed to reference. Something stops your progress. Maybe it's even just that you got distracted by a thought or something like that about something else. And the moment you stop your progress, instead of pushing through that, instead of finding that thing you're looking for or really just sticking with it, you suddenly pull out your phone and start flipping through social media. Or you instantly pull up another tab and go check your email and go on social and other stuff like that. Does that fit you? I know there's a lot of you that do this, and I think it's a bit of a problem. We have a tendency to reward ourselves for procrastination and for avoiding tasks. And in a way, if you think about it, that process is actually rewarding you. So when you go and you have a roadblock, a setback, and you decide to not push through it and instead go do something else, like go to social media or Reddit, check your email, whatever the case may be, you're getting a reward for that action. For one, there's a negative reward where you're relieving the tension that comes along with trying to push through and engage with that thing that you got annoyed at or got stuck on. So there's a negative reinforcement there where you're taking away that bad feeling of not being able to figure it out, and you sort of abandon that task. There's also a positive reward in that social media and games on your phone and all these other things are inherently rewarding. That's why we're all so addicted to them, because they're rewarding. They give us a quick shot of dopamine. They give us that reward that we're used to. And so when you switch tasks and you go to this other thing, you're also positively rewarding yourself. So it's kind of a double whammy. And in my opinion, it's kind of problematic, because what that does is it stops you from really accessing your ability to put in deep work. By deep work, I mean really getting with the task, sticking with it, seeing it through to completion, despite any setbacks or little minor things that pop up. And when you get into that deep work zone, a lot of amazing things can happen. You can get some really good stuff done. But we kind of lose our tendency to do that. We lose our ability to do that to a certain extent, because we spend so much time really reinforcing ourselves and rewarding ourselves for that procrastination or for that avoidance or for being distracted. So we sort of really embrace that distractibility. It's something that's pulled from us anyway, just given our environment and the world that we live in. But I challenge you to make an active effort to try to find that deep work space within you, to try to not reward yourself for procrastination. When you catch yourself stopping checking your phone, notice that. Maybe put your phone somewhere else. Maybe put it on airplane mode. Maybe keep a tally next to you of how many times you're doing that throughout the day, so you can really make it clear to yourself how much you're embracing that distractibility rather than learning what it's like to push through something. And to me, this is really, there's a parallel there between the sort of work aspect of this and in daily living, sort of like mindfulness. Because mindfulness would have you sit with your thoughts, allow them to be there, not inflate them, not beat yourself up over them, just let them be. And that's really hard for a lot of people, because we have the sense that sitting with our thoughts is dangerous. We also feel like sitting with boredom or sitting with writer's block or anything like that is dangerous or a waste of time, or we need to disengage from it somehow. So my challenge to you is, in whatever way you can, try to stop rewarding yourself for procrastination. Try to stick with something and push through it. And even if it's not all the way to the end, push through it a little bit longer than you would before. All right? So that's my challenge to you. Let me know if you're guilty of the thing I said at the beginning, and let me know how this goes for you if you find your own special way to stop rewarding yourself for that procrastination.